by the time I share my screen. So we'll be talking about language models today. We'll be talking about Python, how Python will be used, how transformers will be used. So I'll try to keep it very simple, share my experiences as to how we are working. I also had a Doordarshan program, Doordarshan DD1 national, where I was talking about deepfake technology. So we'll be discussing a lot today. I'm sharing my screen. Mir sir, please tell me for once
Yeah, perfect,
if
sir.
the screen is visible. Okay.
Yeah, perfect.
So, dear friends, we have assembled here for another very wonderful workshop. Dr. Mehir has been doing wonderful workshops on these latest technologies, where we'll be talking about generative AI today. We are all talking about artificial intelligence, which is making computers intelligent. So, making computers intelligent and then using them for our work should be the mantra. And it's the dream of our Honorable Prime Minister also. He wants India to become the Wish Guru by 2047. And this is how the technology should be taken care of. So we are today gathered here. We have gathered here for another workshop. And it is what you say, it is only the dream that is being fulfilled because unless and until we do conferences, workshops, FDPs, and when we do it together, we are all learning together. So we learn a lot from you. You learn a lot from us, the speakers. So let me welcome everyone for this session today. I'll try to keep it very simple with my experiences also, and then share the code also in between how we are using Python and other languages to develop these systems. So, and tomorrow, day after tomorrow, and a day beyond that, you will be having hands-on experiences in developing the systems. So, generative AI in research and innovation. So, agenda for the talk would be the introduction, evolution of AI in research, tools and applications, ethical considerations, future trends and opportunities. And in the second part of it, we'll come to the exact topic where we'll be talking about how it is being applied to STEM. So we'll be talking initially the agenda is simple. We'll try to understand what generative AI is. We all now understand what Alexa is, what self-driving cars are, what how Google Map works. We are all using it daily in our life. So artificial intelligence. Today we are going to introduce a new topic, and this is the latest trend, the latest buzzword in industry, generative AI. So generative AI is a branch of artificial intelligence capable of creating a new content. So from the older content, if we can create the new content, including text, text would mean articles, essays, and scripts. So any field can take it, and entertainment, education, business systems, they all are working on text. So text can be uh, created, then images, artwork, designs, and visualizations. So we are talking about images. We'll see how images will be used, how text will be used, audio and video. So music, speech, synthesis, and animations. So generative AI is capable of doing all this thing. It can create a new text for us from the older text. It can generate images for us from older images. It can learn very quickly. I'll tell you how artwork, designs, visualizations, they are using it. Then audio and video, a new audio video can be generated if we have the older one. Now, this would be important because we are at times putting all our videos, images of functions, family functions, college functions onto the internet every now and then. And that's where the hackers are making use of those images to voice clone the system or to video clone the system and then ask for ransomware and all. So we'll be discussing the after effects also. So generative AI is a wonderful tool to generate something new from the existing part of it. So the key features of generative AI, the key features are pattern recognition and learning, harness vast databases to identify intricate patterns and underlying structures, enabling intelligent and context-aware outputs. Now, when we are talking about data, as you can see on the screen, vast data sets. So here it is, we are using big data these days. So big data is coming from the social media and it is coming at a great speed, velocity, variety, veracity, all the V's associated with big data. So we are not talking about the original data or the older data that we used to have, a floppy drive. I used to have a floppy drive of 1.4 MB and I used to have my complete programs of C, C++ being loaded onto that floppy. But now the things have changed. We moved to pen drives, now to cloud storage, and now even beyond that, AI-based cloud systems are there coming up. So pattern recognition and learning, harness vast databases. Harness would be to use these data sets and come up with other insights. So harness vast data sets to identify intricate patterns and underlying structures, enabling intelligent and context-aware outputs. Second would be create and problem-solving abilities, simulates human-like creativity, offering innovative solutions and generating original content tailored to diverse needs. So as I said, this session is now from the existing items, if we can generate newer items, from the existing data, if we can generate the new data. So creative. So generative AI is creative and has problem solving abilities, as we'll be seeing in the coming slides, how it is being used, how it is important, and what would be the benefit of using, where we are using these benefits, how we are using in STEM and all. So it will come after 10-15 minutes. We'll be on to the STEM part of it. Versatile applications. It powers advancements across multiple domains, including research, education, creative industry, healthcare, and beyond. So, generative AI is being used in multiple domains, including research, education, creative industries. As I said, all the business applications, they are making use of generative AI now. I think every one of us, even our students, are making use of ChatGPT. They're making use of Gemini. They're making use of Bard. That we'll be discussing. So versatile applications, healthcare, education, research, and on, they are untouched. They haven't been left untouched now. Then multimodal content generation. So generative AI would produce diverse formats such as text, images, audio, video, and delivering comprehensive solutions for complex challenges. As we will see, we are not only limited to text. I would say, sir, my system can only understand text. So I can only solve the problems related to text. There can be images also. So my system, my large language model should be able to tackle images also. It should be able to tackle audio also, video also. So that's what we are going to discuss. Multimodal content generation, adaptive learning and improvement, continuously evolving through user feedback, enhancing the accuracy, relevance, and effectiveness over time. As we'll see in the coming slides, we are having the constant user feedback, and that user feedback is being used to generate a system. That's what the hackers are using, that I'll explain. There is a transformer model, how we are using the pictures and the videos of the users and cloning them in voice or video cloning, how they are doing it. So we'll be talking about those models also. Being a workshop, we'll be also discussing how Python can be used, how other libraries can be used. That we'll be discussing today, so that you can do the hands-on tomorrow and day after. Yeah. So why generative AI is important for research? It would automate the tedious tasks, simplifies processes like literature reviews, data analysis, report writing, saving time for critical research. So what it does is it will help you simplify. Now, the tools that we'll be discussing today will help you to generate literature reviews easily. So half of your time is saved if you are using the tools, AI tools, for writing literature review, for writing data analysis part, for writing reports. You, as we will see in the coming slide, this is really going to help us. So generative AI enhances data processing. handles large data sets efficiently, uncovering patterns and insights quickly. So data processing enhances, and that is how drug discovery is being done, vaccine discovery was done. We are having large data sets, and if our algorithms can run on those large data sets efficiently, we can uncover patterns and insights very quickly. Businesses are doing it. Look, AI systems, they work like there are AI algorithms, and we have vast data. So vast data, big data is with us, and if we have algorithms and if we can apply our algorithms on that data, we can enhance the data processing power of it. So this is going to be very interesting in the coming slides. It generates innovative ideas. Now, it offers unique perspective and supports hypothesis generation by analyzing historical data. So if we have the historical data, we can generate the hypothesis. So you can understand how much time does it take to create the hypothesis. Can be null hypothesis, then the hypothesis following that. So we used to do it manually, but now we can use next we could use ICT tools. Now we are using artificial intelligence to do it, and even artificial intelligence we are using generative AI now. So it's even a better perspective for us. So automating tedious tasks, enhancing data processing, generating innovative ideas. So we have to file a project with DST or SERB or with, we can take the help of these tools as I'll explain. So that's what most teachers are doing now. They are generating the innovative ideas and then putting up the proposals before different organizations and getting the project sanctioned. Simulations and modeling. It creates predictive models and virtual experiments for testing complex scenarios. So this is one of your sessions that you will be doing in the next 5 days. You will be talking, they'll be talking about simulations and modeling and how AI tools can be used to have simulations and do the modeling. So create predictive models and virtual experiments for testing complex scenarios. So this is basically the layout of your workshop also. Every day you will have hands-on, and you can first generate the literature review using AI, then you can have innovative ideas through AI, then you can have simulations and modeling through AI. It improves accessibility also. It translates research and simplifies complex concepts for wider audiences. So, why is generative AI important for research? If we summarize what we have talked for the last 10 minutes, so we are talking about we are personalizing research insights. So, personalizing the research insights is important. Just as you don't want to give the same medicine to every patient, you are talking about personalized medicine in the time of artificial intelligence. Similarly, personalized learning. Not every student should be taught the same thing. There are slow learners, there are fast learners. So, if we can customize that, if we can personalize the research insights, it customizes recommendations and literature curation for specific research needs, facilitates collaboration, enhances teamwork with AI powered tools for real time analysis and content creation. You will be taught in this workshop. Word is collaboration. Now, this is important. The world is collaborating. The world is now coming together. We are not only collaborating with our teammates in our college, we are collaborating at the level of the universities now. We are collaborating at the level of the countries now. So there is a countrywide, worldwide collaboration going on. And this is the time when maximum patents are being filed, maximum copyrights are being filed, maximum work is being done because of this collaboration. First, the technology has taken a big leap, and secondly, we are collaborating. And that's what these workshops are for, so that it can inculcate the feeling of collaboration among us. It reduces the cost and time, minimizes the resource use by automating repetitive tasks and accelerating discoveries. As I said, we were able to discover vaccines very easily. The world was waiting, and we could have the vaccine generation. The world was waiting what we could land on the moon because we were able to make perfect use of AI algorithms and the data. Democratizes innovation, makes advanced research tools accessible to researchers with limited resources. So, why are these workshops held? As I said, It is to make you familiar with the latest advanced research tools, which are helpful to you, which are accessible to researchers with limited resources. Look, there might not be A++ colleges everywhere. There might be a simple college also, but those people also would want to do the research, would want to take the help of AI, would want to take the help of let's say blockchain. So if we can work together and if we can democratize innovation, that would mean that we have to bring everyone together. And this is the aim of these workshops. And Dr. Meher Chand has been constantly doing these workshops on different topics. So this is a wonderful platform for every one of us to come together and learn. Supports visualization. This is another very important point. Generates professional quality visuals and simulations for presenting data effectively. Now, these tools, generative AI tools, they are going to give you a perfect charts, perfect pictures, perfect summaries, perfect reports. So as we'll see, as in the next 2 days, 3 days, you will be doing it. So you will yourself find out how generative AI now is being used. So last 10, 15 minutes, we have been talking about generative AI. This is the latest buzzword that is taking everyone by storm, and none of the industry is now untouched with this. So let us talk about evolution of AI in research and in the STEM. We'll be taking it separately in the second part of it. Initial assistance with data management. This was the period 1980 to 1990, where, as I said, we simple floppy drive we used to have, and on that floppy drive we could store everything. So data organization, AI tools were used for basic data entry, organization, and retrieval in research databases. Early expert systems provided structured frameworks for managing domain-specific research data. Applications that were using that part initially, medical databases for patient records, data indexing in fields like library. Now, let me tell you with my example, if you were to talk about in 1990s, we were working on AI systems, and I was the first one in Aligarh Muslim University. We were asked to make expert system. Expert systems are systems which acts like experts. There is always a deficiency, there's always a shortage of experts in the market. So at that point of time, 1990s, they were developing expert systems to tackle the problem of shortage of experts in the market. So there was one expert system, mycin. So mycin could diagnose about 100, diseases. So I did develop the first expert system in C++. So C and C++ were the languages which were coming there in 90. C came in 1974, 75. C++ was there in 1990s, those who were from computer background. So we started making the systems in C, C++. So this is that period where we are talking about initial part of AI. Then advancement in data analysis started to take place in 2000. Emergence of AI-driven analytics. Machine learning models enabled automated data collection, classification, and trend detection. So it was a time 2000 when AI-driven analytics started gaining that popularity. Researchers began leveraging AI to process large-scale data sets, especially in genomics and social sciences. Applications, statistical modeling for hypothesis testing. We'll be talking about hypothesis generation today, data clustering in biological, economic, and climate studies. So by the time 2000, AI started having AI-driven analytics. Let us look. This is a time where a lot of things were changing in the world. Big data revolution, as I said, data completely changed the way. And they say a word now, they use a sentence now, and that sentence is data is a new oil. So oil is always a very precious resource. So now they say data is a new fuel, data is a new oil. So big data revolution and predictive modeling started to take place in 2010s. AI integration with big data. Big data, if I tell you, is coming from social media, Twitter, Facebook, then your WhatsApp and your social, your internet sites, your websites, your interactive websites. So a lot of data, big data is coming from there. So if we can integrate AI integration with big data, AI algorithms became essential for handling vast amount of research data generated by IoT and digital records. Predictive analytics transformed experimental planning and forecasting. Now they started to have this analytics part of it. If you see, the HRs are coming to your company to hire students and they are making use of an HR analytics. Marketing persons are making use of marketing analytics. Then so many things we are taking and analytics is being used. So business analytics, then your educational, you go to educational college, they're using analytics to for their students. So they are giving proper insight into it. So applications where this part has started to take forecasting the climate changes impacts, early detection of diseases through AI assisted pattern recognition, predictive algorithms in material science for identifying optimal properties and all. So from now on 2010 onwards, things were changing fast. Technology was changing fast. And so we were coming up, moving ahead. And this is a time where we are currently in. Generative AI for creativity and automation, 2020 and the present time. So AI as a research partner, generative AI models automate repetitive research tasks like literature reviews and data visualizations. As I said, using generative AI as we look today and tomorrow and day after tomorrow, we'll be talking, seeing how we can generate. Tomorrow, I think we'll be generating literature reviews in the hands-on. So I'll be telling you the tools today, and tomorrow you will be doing the practical. So this is going to be a wonderful sequence of events. Uh, Professor Meherchand always develops the kind of curriculum or the syllabus or the stuff which is very relevant, and they are all related topics and in sequence, basically. So generative AI models automate repetitive research tasks like literature reviews, data visualization. We can draw charts, we can draw line charts, bar charts, pie charts. AI assists in ideation, generating new ideas. This is the basic part, very important part. You can only do wonders if you have your ideas. If you can generate new ideas, you will be above the rest. So why do some faculties, some teachers are the best, some are average teachers, and so on? That is because that is really based on the ideas that they are generating. So there would be a teacher, suppose XYZ, who comes to the class every day and does the same thing every day, same kind of things, and the classes are over, semester is over, the year is over. But there can be teachers who can be employing AI techniques into it. They can be using IIT's kind of a thing. What we can do is we can upload our sessions, our class material 1 day or 2 days before our class and ask the student to read it. And then the next day, when you come to the class and have a class physically, there can be a troubleshooting exercise. There can be we can discuss things together. Students can ask the queries. So AI assists in ideation, creating hypotheses, and designing experiments. You will be looking into this day after tomorrow. You will be designing experiments also. So, how does generative AI, what are the applications then which will be taught to us? Content generation, writing abstracts, summaries, proposals. As I said, most of us are writing proposals for DST, for SERV, and different government projects. So the content can be generated through AI also. Data augmentation is another very important thing that we'll be talking today. So simulating data for unpresented research scenarios, underrepresented research scenarios. So we can simulate the data as we'll see today. There will be a talk here on diffusion models. So diffusion model is a perfect way of doing this data augmentation as we'll be discussing. Modeling and prediction, tools like AlphaFold predicting protein structures, revolutionizing bio. So we'll be talking about it, how we are using in different fields. So last half an hour, what we have been discussing now have been the role of AI and generative AI. So what are the tools and applications now? So we can use the tools for automation and writing. As I said, literature review and discovery. We can do data analysis and modeling as you'll be doing in the tomorrow, day after. Then you can do visualization, simulation. You'll be doing in hands-on you'll be doing in this workshop. Collaboration and reference management, we'll be talking about this part also. So, mm, in this part of session, we will be talking about the tools, and then the next one, we'll directly take you to STEM and how this is being applied to STEM. So, tools for automation and writing in research. ChatGPT is one of the prime tool that is being used. Your students are using it. We are using ChatGPT, but for constructive purposes. You should be developing, going into the negatives of it. But so overview is an advanced AI chatbot developed by OpenAI, designed to understand and generate human-like text, ideal for brainstorming, drafting, and refining research content, as we have been doing it. Key features: generates high quality text for introductions, abstract, and summaries. High quality is the word. Helps in creating outlines and developing ideas for complex topics. Answers research related questions with a focus on context and clarity. We find that this is happening with us. Like I'm reading to generate my research, to undertake my research, I'm reading 100 documents. Suppose now, if I can have the summary of all those 100 documents, it will be very easy for me. So these kind of tools that we'll be discussing today, it can generate the summary out of these 100 documents. So this is the kind of help that we are needing it. So how ChatGPT can be used? Drafting research papers, drafting proposals or funding applications to different funding organizations, simplifying complex concepts for presentations or layman summaries, brainstorming potential research questions or hypotheses. If we can generate the hypothesis through ChatGPT and all, and if we can compare with our hypothesis that we are undertaking, I think this will be of great help, and we will have a lot of confidence in saying, yes, they are matching and we can improve it further. So whatever you get it from ChatGPT, you can always refine it further. We'll be talking about it. How are we going to do it? So ChatGPT is one tool we are using very much. Then another tool which we are using is HyperWrite. Automation in writing and research. HyperWrite is one of those tools, very simple tool to uh, use. You just go to this HyperWrite and it will ask you a question like, what do you want us to generate for you, write for you? So it's an AI powered writing assistant that specializes in generating and refining written content, known for its personalized writing suggestions and content improvement features. So it will give you personalized suggestions also. So applications where HyperWrite, I use HyperWrite a lot. So HyperWrite, refining language and improving sentence structure for better readability, crafting polished draft of papers, reports, academic correspondence, generating alternate phrasing for technical contents or abstracts. As you will see, you want it to create your literature review, it will do it for you. Your proposal, it will do it for you. So two tools we have talked about in detail in the second part of our session today. We'll be taking you into detail how it is happening. So one is ChatGPT, another is HyperWrite. This is another very important tool we are using. This tool is again being used by most of us. We are using it, though at times we just hide it. We are not using it. But Grammarly is being used with AI plugins. By most of us, we are using Grammarly to get the grammar right. So a tool used widely that combines grammar checking with advanced AI capabilities ensures error-free and professional quality research writing. So when you write to a very good journal or you write to a good conference, they'll say, if I write a very simple English, they would say your language is not up to date. You can take our help, pay us $1,000, and we'll improve your writing. So the people do pay to get the papers in a correct perspective, according to grammar, and the English should be perfect. But why to pay the money? Why to take someone's help if we can do it using AI tools? So Grammarly is one of those tools which is helping us to ensure error-free and professional quality research writing. The key features are real-time grammar and style corrections tailored for academic writing. Real time. Everything is taking place real time. It's not like you're submitting it and then at later stage you will just download it. It's happening in real time, as you would see. Most of us are making use of it. Plagiarism detection to ensure originality in research content, offers vocabulary suggestions to enhance technical writing, where it is being used proofreading research papers for grammatical and stylistic errors, ensuring compliance with publication standards. As I say, when you write to CRC or you write in Bentham or you write for Emerald, top publishing companies, if you're writing, they would say they want a better English from in your chapter or in your book. So that's where we are making use of these tools. So if you remember, last 5 minutes, ChatGPT, Hyperwrite, Grammarly, we are using these tools. Then there is another tool which we are using, Semantic Scholar, a free AI-powered research tool that provides comprehensive access to academic papers and summaries. So we can read different papers and create the summary. I'll take up the question answers at the end. I can see someone writing the message, but when we are presenting, we are not knowing exactly what the question is. So please wait for the last 10-15 minutes. We'll have the question answer session also. So Semantic Scholar is highlighting key phrases, influential citations, and related topics for a paper, then offers a TLDR summary of papers to quickly grasp the main finding, applications in research, quickly identifying literature review for a specific topic, understanding the impact of paper through citation mapping, discovering new connections between existing researchers. Semantic Scholar, I think most of our research scholars, they're using Semantic Scholar for the help. Then Research Rabbit is another very important tool, a modern tool designed for exploring and visualizing research connections through interactive graphs. So it creates visual maps of related papers and authors, help track trends and emerging topics, enable saving and sharing collections of research articles where it is being used, exploring the relationship between various studies, building a personalized collection of essential papers, collaborate literature curation with peers. So we are going to be doing it on hands-on also. So this is really going to help you improve your. Then there is another very important tool which we are using in research is Consensus. So Consensus is an AI-powered tool designed to extract evidence-based answers directly from academic research, ideal for quickly summarizing what research says about a specific question. So this really helps. If you want an answer to a specific question, Consensus will give you it. It quickly understands the prevailing evidence on a controversial or emerging topic. It identifies the papers with a strong consensus for citation of references, pinpointing gaps or disagreements in the current research and your ideas. So these are the tools which are directly helping us. So Consensus is another one such tool. Then, if you are into Python and if you are into programming kind of a thing, uh, it will be taught to you. There will be TensorFlow and PyTorch will be touched up in your hands-on. So the other tools for data analysis and modeling. TensorFlow is one library of Python, an open source machine learning framework developed by Google, ideal for building and training machine learning models. So you must have heard about it. If even if you haven't developed, you must have heard about it. AI is all about data. It's about AI model, generating the AI model, and that model will act on the data. So that model can be generated using a TensorFlow, as Professor Meherchand has been taking a session on MATLAB. MATLAB is another tool where it will help you to analyze and model the data. So if you see the applications in research, building custom predictive models for experiments. So in one of the sessions, you will be having this experiment generation also. There you would be touching upon TensorFlow also. So TensorFlow is one of the libraries from Python, those who have been working with Python. Then, as I said, Professor Mihir has been taking wonderful sessions himself on MATLAB. MATLAB is another very important tool for data analysis and modeling, a high-level programming platform widely used for numerical computing, data visualization, and modeling. MATLAB comes at a price. MATLAB license is very expensive, but most of the universities, central universities, and upcoming universities, they have MATLAB, a licensed version of MATLAB. So if you're lucky enough that your college, university have MATLAB, please try and work on it, because MATLAB is a perfect tool, language, as I can say, or a tool to accomplish a very good research work, modeling and simulating engineering systems or your business system, visualizing multidimensional data interactively, running a statistical analysis for experiments and case studies. That will be very helpful in hypothesis generation and all. So this again is a very easy use tool. So Professor Mihir has been doing programs on this, which you can always attend, enroll and attend on MATLAB, and it will be really helpful to you, those who are looking for some kind of a programming being added to your system. So apart from Python, it can be MATLAB, which can really help you. RapidMiner is a no-code data science platform designed for predictive analytics and machine learning. There are some people who would never want to code but would want the queries to be made. Data is there, and if you can write some question and the system can answer. RapidMiner is a no-code data science platform designed for predictive analytics and machine learning. It is helpful if you see the applications in research, quickly building and validating predictive models for data-driven studies. So you can, if you have data, you can directly ask the questions. RapidMiner will help you performing advanced statistical analysis with minimal effort, cleaning and preparing raw data for in-depth exploration. So miner is the word where you have mines and you can come up with the critical data. So you have lots and lots of big data, and then if you can use RapidMiner, it will help you to get the insights from that data. It can be text, you can take important text from that. There can be pictures, which you can do it. Uh, One of the hands-on that you will be having would be on visualization and simulation. And Tableau, the name of the product, is one of those tools where every one of us should be working on Tableau once. So Tableau is a powerful and intuitive tool to create interactive data visualizations and dashboards. So if you can have those charts, your line charts, pie charts, and different kinds of visualizations that we can do even in Microsoft Excel. So if we can work on Excel, the same thing is being done by Tableau, creating dashboards. So if you go, there are dashboards being created. One of my group of students, they were working during elections on traffic path, then on election stations. They were using the dash. The police was they asked to make these dashboards from our students, and then the police officer can see from the dashboard, like where the traffic is more, where the traffic is less, on which polling station there can be some problem. So dashboard comes at a cost, and dashboards, everything is visually present there. Dashboards are being used by farmers in Haryana, rich farmers in Punjab, in Maharashtra, where these farmers are getting the inputs from those big dashboards available, which is they can be their LED systems or their laptops, or it can be big flash boards over there where they're getting the soil is getting lesser, water is getting less, do it. So they're getting the inputs from AI based systems. So as I said, this is really helping. Tableau is one such tool, creating dashboards to present findings in a visually compelling manner. If you create a dashboard and if you take to your management, they will understand it in a better way. As there is a phrase, picture says 1,000 words. So if we can have visualization properly made, management will be very happy to understand what we are enhancing presentations with professional quality visuals. Then those who are into networks, there is one other network simulator, NS3, is being used for networking research. This is one tool. Then another very important tool, Power BI. So Power BI and Tableau are two tools which every one of us is mastering. A business intelligence tool by Microsoft, widely used for creating data-driven visualizations and reports. So key features are seamlessly integrates with Microsoft Excel and other data sources. If you using Power BI, if you have your older data with Excel, you can use it. Other data sources, Power BI will use it. Provides interactive dashboards and automated reporting, supports advanced data transformations and visual storytelling, summarizes experimental results for its stakeholders. So this is really going to be important. You have hands-on on these tools. So they are really going to help contrast and compare the data sets using interactive dashboards. So dashboards is a very important concept which we are using with the help of these tools. Then we should all be having a knowledge if we are writing research papers and lots of research we are doing. Mendeley is one of those tools. It is a reference management tool powered by AI to help researchers organize and cite their sources effectively. So you can do manually also, but Mendeley will help you to do it using AI. It will help you to automate the work, automatically extracts metadata from uploaded documents, recommends related research papers based on your library interest. If you're working on a topic, it will recommend and tell you there are other research papers available. You can have a look. Organize research libraries with automated tagging and sorting. Seamlessly integrate with Microsoft Word for AI-powered citation generation. So we can it's incorporated with or integrated with Microsoft Word. So we are mostly writing our research papers in Microsoft Word. So Mendeley and Microsoft Word will work together to have a reference management tool powered by AI to help researchers organize and cite their resources effectively. So this is another very important tool which every one of us should be working on. You make use of Mendeley to have citation and to have your references and citations really helpful to you. So these are the tools we discussed, and the second part of it we'll be talking about. There is Zotero, another tool which we are using. It can be overleaf, having latex and AI assistant. I'm quickly coming to the part of so that we can start the second part of it, directly coming to STAM. Ethical considerations of using generative research. There can be data biasness and fairness. Challenges AI models learn from data which may contain biases. So we have to look into this. Implications. Biased models can uh, have their own ideas or stereotypes or exclude marginalized groups in research outcomes. Someone can be left out because of biasness. Solution is use diverse and representative data sets, regularly audit models for biasness and fairness. So we'll be discussing these issues. It can be misinformation, hallucination, plagiarism, and originality. The challenge, this is the biggest challenge before us, and there are so many retractions coming up lately. So please make sure that whatever you write less, but it should be quality one. So because quality research will always pay you, it's not quantity, it's the quality that will matter. So AI may generate content similar to existing work, raising concerns about originality and plagiarism. Implication, this can violate academic integrity and intellectual property laws. Solution is use plagiarism tools to evaluate AI content generation. For this, Turnitin with AI facility is a perfect tool. It will just calculate for you, find out if there is any AI part left in your document. So the organizations and the conferences or wherever you are submitting your reports, they have zero tolerance towards AI generated. So it should be, if you write something, it should be 0% AI, and it can be about 4, 5, 6% of similarity can always be there. So we discuss this part where how generative AI is being used. I'm taking the second part of it, just a minute to have water, and then we will discuss what exactly this workshop relies upon. Introduction to generative AI and its relevance in STEM. So now that we have taken the introduction of generative AI and the tools, this part is going to be easy for us. So introduction to generative AI and its relevance in STEM. So learning objectives for this 1 hour that we'll be together. For 1 hour, we've been together, and now another 1 hour, we'll be talking a lot, and I'll be keeping it simple and telling you about my experiences also, because this is a very interesting field now. that we are encountering in the next 4 days, you will be really glued to your screens because this is interesting. So, learning objectives for this 1 hour that we'll be together, understand the concept and evolution of generative AI. I think we have already touched upon this. We'll be taking it differently now. Explore the working of LLM, large language models. They call it large language models, LLM. Then your GAN and diffusion models. So these are going to be important and they are going to be the word that we will be discussing upon. LLM, GAN, then diffusion models, as I was talking about. These are the latest concepts now. Analyze the impact of generative AI on STEM fields. So science, technology, engineering, mathematics. So we are talking about all of the fields put together and how generative AI is going to impact us. Get familiar with popular tools like ChatGPT, Copilot. We are all using Copilot even in our laptops and in our mobile phones and all. We are making use of Copilot. Copilot is a wonderful tool, as we'll be discussing. Gemini, we are going to be talking about. Claude is another popular tool we are talking about. We are going to be talking about critically discuss myths versus realities of generative AI. So these are the objectives that I have put together, and this is basically the syllabus or the contents that we are supposed to cover today in this session. So this is day one, what we have to discuss. So what is generative AI? Taking it into a newer perspective. If you just see generative AI refers to algorithms that can create new content such as text, images, music, entertainment, videos, code, and more. So generative AI is going to be talking about it. It works by learning patterns from existing data. As I said, we have existing data with us, and if it can, so learning patterns from existing data and generating the similar outputs as we'll be seeing today. Now, let me tell you what hackers are doing. You are putting up your videos, your photos, and your content on the internet, thinking that everyone is seeing it, enjoying it, and it is not causing you any harm. What existing data, when it is there on the social media, the hacksters can use this existing data to voice clone you. And mind you, now there are instances where the calls are being made to your family and saying you have been kidnapped, and they will run a voice cloning clip. So, voice cloning clip will show your parents that you are under some problem and you have all actually been kidnapped. So, there's voice cloning, there is video cloning, you are being video cloned also. As we'll see how we do it, we are going to talk in next half an hour, 40 minutes. We'll talk about it. So if based on existing data, they are generating similar outputs. Generative AI can do it for you. So it can be good for us, in our businesses, education, research, and STEM fields, but it can be harmful at times also that we are going to discuss again. So uses advanced techniques like neural networks, transformers, probabilistic models. So AI Generative AI will make use of CNN, convolutional neural networks. Then there was one word on the previous slide, GAN. I just purposely didn't tell the full form of it. So GAN would be when we will be talking about GAN in the coming next few seconds. We are talking about this topic where GAN is the most important part of it. Generative Adversarial Networks. They are a deep learning model that consists of two neural nets, a generator and a discriminator, as we'll be talking about it. So one will be generating the data and the other one would be validating it. So neural networks, transformers, probabilistic models, these advanced techniques are being used by generative AI. Neural networks. So if I tell you about AI, if you are using statistical algorithms, If you're using statistical algorithms like regression, linear regression, naive Bayes, random forest, they are all making use of statistical tools. So they are basically being termed as machine learning algorithm. Now there is one term more, deep learning. Deep learning is making use of neural networks. So they are making use of neural networks, transformers, probabilistic models to do it. I'll explain you even further with diagrams and with the stuff in the coming slides. So unlike traditional AI, which classifies or predicts, generative AI focuses on content creation. So the AI which we initially started with in 1990, 2000, it was classifying and predicting the patterns for us. So it was giving us like this product will be a hit in Punjab, this product will be a hit in Kerala, classifying, clustering, predicting. But now the AI that we are talking about today in this workshop, generative AI, it focuses on content creation from the existing stuff that you have on the internet and in your system. If you can generate a new content, that would be the use of generative AI. So common examples that we are using in previous slides also, we talked about it. This is a brush up so that everyone understands. We're talking about ChatGPT. ChatGPT is helping us with text part of it. Then Dell E is helping us with images. GitHub Copilot is helping us with code. So if you are into coding, if you want to write the code also, GitHub Copilot would be very helpful. GitHub is helpful because most of the students, your students are working on GitHub libraries now. The code is already there. They can work on that GitHub code and modify it. Copilot is using, helping you with the code part of it. So now this is the evolution of AI from rule-based to generative intelligence. So 1950s to 1980s, it was a rule-based system. 1950 to 1980, rule-based AI, hard-coded rules, expert systems, as they were saying. I developed the first system, C++, in C++. So I developed that system using, I would say, about 10,000 of lines or 7 or 8,000 of lines of code were written to create that system. And if you are a Python programmer right now, you will only take about 25, 30 lines to write the same code that I have written in 1990, 93. I was coding the first system. So there were thousands lines of code were written. No learning, only logic based output. So just as they were designed, they can do only accomplish those tasks. Let me tell you kind of tasks that they were doing at that point of time. Tic-tac-toe, chess program, water jug problem and all. They were talking about it and they were trying to develop the system like that can act as an intelligent system. Turing was the name of the scientist who did it. So Turing is one of the scientists involved. And what he did was he made an intelligent machine. And then he made the machine to be in one of the rooms and a human being in the other room. So he asked the same questions in from the computer. He asked the same questions from the human in sitting in the other room. And if the system was able to perform better than the human, it could say that the machine has intelligence. So that is called the Turing test. The Turing test was conducted around 1980s. Then 1990s and 2000 was a time where the models were, we started training models on data. As I said, generating the model and we have large amount of data sets with us. So why was Chandrayaan successful? We have lots of data with us, but our algorithms were better. We used them better. So while the world was failing in Chandrayaan landing, we were successful because we were able to train the model in a better way. So machine learning, 1990 to 2010, then deep learning, as I said, the use of neural networks and use of CNN, RNN, and this gen. So it was 2012 onwards, use of neural networks and big data, significant breakthrough in vision and in speech. So this vision and speech now paved a totally new dimension. Alexa. Alexa, what is 2 plus 2? Alexa will do it for you. Alexa, open the door. Alexa. So this is a part of NLP, natural language processing. So Alexa can listen to you and perform the task. So there are models which see the vision through the vision and they can make use of it and they can work on it. So if you see it from left hand side, what was happening in 80s, what was happening in 2000, and what was happening in 2012, and then 2018, since the corona time and all, people started to move on a totally new journey, and that is generative AI. 2018 to present times, models that generate text, images, and code we were discussing. It includes LLM, GAN. Just talked about LLM, GAN, diffusion models. So this is what the session today will basically be focusing on. LLM, GAN, Generative Adversarial Networks, Diffusion Models we'll be discussing today. And in the hands-on tomorrow and day after, they will be talking about the tools of creating LLM, tools to create GAN, tools to have diffusion model. And generative AI gives us human-like creativity. So as I said, you can, from a story, you can generate another story. And from that story, you can come up with another story just using generative AI. So this is how people are using it in journalism also. They're coming up with different stories based on those previous ones. So why now? Why not before this? And why are we really talking about the rise of generative AI technologies? So someone would say it never happened in 1990, it never happened in 2000. Why it's happening after 2014 or 2020? Why is it happening now? The answer is very simple. It's a technology that is shaping the future. So technology now that we have, technology is very advanced now. Similarly, technology has started coming at a cheaper rate. In my times, when I bought my first desktop, that desktop was for 1,25,000. 1,25,000 for a simple desktop. But now the same kind of laptops, high-end laptops and all I can buy for 40,000, 50,000, 60,000. If I want a simpler laptop, I can even buy it for 30, 35,000. So why now the rise of generative AI technologies? Number one, explosion of data. So as you can see on the screen, abundant text, images, and videos available for training. Data is coming all over you. Big data comes with velocity. Velocity is speed. Variety, it's having different formats. So again, the onus lies on the AI algorithms, how they make use of it. We'll be talking about it in a hands-on session. So abundant data, images, and videos available for training. Now we have abundant available. Second part is even important. Computing power now has become cheaper. Advanced GPUs and TPUs make training large models feasible. Our systems are fast now. They would understand. Let me tell you my experience. When I first used Microsoft Windows in 1993, I got the system booking in my university for just 15 to 30 minutes. And in that period of time, when I tried to open Windows or this internet connection, dial up connection, it used to take minutes of time. So, do we have that patience now? We want everything to be taking place in a split of seconds now. So, the explosion of data, the computing power that is with us, that has helped us to create a totally new history. And that breakthrough architectures are LLM, large language models, just as ChatGPT, revolutionizing text generation. So as we'll be coming on the slides, moving ahead, we are talking about LLM, uh, then your GANs enabled hyper realistic image and video creation. So GANs are helpful in making hyper realistic images and video creation. Then diffusion models are there, which brought stability and control in visual outputs. So this is the part where we are going to be discussing. If you look at this pyramid and you see explosion of data, open source ecosystem, computing power, commercial adoption now, companies are adopting this. So models, LLM, GAN, and diffusion, they are on the rise. Top management is using that. The middle management is using still into data plus computing. So data computing and then the large models, LLMs, large language models and GANs and diffusion, they are being used. So open system ecosystem, open source ecosystem, there would be tools like, I think in one of the sessions I've just seen, there is a topic Hugging Face. So Hugging Face is one of those libraries. Then I said GitHub. In GitHub, our students, they have their code generated and store it on a GitHub library, etc. Accelerated innovation. So these are the tools which is accelerating our innovation. When we say innovation, time is now, we are trying to take the innovation from our rooms to the innovation in the field, innovation for business innovation. So innovation would be the term where I was taking a session 3, 4 days back. I was taking a session in Delhi Technical University, and there I was talking about NLP, natural language processing, doing the part processing the text. So just as Alexa can understand the text, the visual, verbal part that you say, Hugging Face was one of the libraries which was helping in reading that text. So we'll be talking about it. Commercial adoptions, tech giants integrated generative AI in products. You see your laptop applications, your mobile, you have the Copilot, you have Bard, you have ChatGPT being built into the system. So this is really helping us. You don't have to open the laptop every now and then now. You can use it on your iPhones, you can use it on your smartphones. This technology is all available. So that's why we are not wasting our time. So generative AI in STEM, coming to the actual topic of it, why it matters. So STEM, science, technology, engineering, mathematics. Then we have research and academia. Science simulates molecular structures, drug discoveries, and one of the tools which will be taken up in your hands-on is AlphaFold is one of those uh, tool which is helping you in science. Then technology, automated code generation. As I said, your GitHub is there and you are using GitHub code. It's available there. Your students can use the previously used code, previously written code, and you can go for the your code out of that code. You can superimpose your learning into that. So automated code generation, software testing, they are being done. And you have this GitHub and you have the Copilot facility with you. Then engineering would aid in design optimization, digital twin models. Now, this is the latest trend. If you go through Google, digital twin. So while you have a physical system, you can make a digital twin of it so that you can experiment all your ideas of your hypothesis ideas and your thinking onto that twin. So if you can modify the twin, your physical system will automatically get updated and it will be a better system. So there are digital twins being used in healthcare, in your manufacturing, and in every field. We'll be discussing that. So STEM, science, technology, engineering, making perfect use of generative AI. Mathematics is solving complex equations, visualizing abstract concepts. Earlier, we were never able to visualize the abstract concepts. We could just visualize, like with closed eyes, must be like this. But now the reality is there. You see Byju's or you see Khan Academy's AI-based software, Coursera, Udacity. Now they have the AI-built material with you. You can visualize the abstract concepts from there. Research and academia accelerates research literature review. As I said, these tools are really helping in literature review. So if you were to read about 50 documents and come up with a literature review, it will take you about 2, 3 months. So this was happening. You go to the guide, and the guide will give you the problem, and then you come up and download different documents, and then you have a review of that literature. But now the tools can do it for you in minutes. So that same time, 2 months, 3 months, you can use in your actual implementation, experiment design. You can spend more time on that, solving things out and all. So literature review can be done in with generative AI, generate data summaries. So 100 documents you have read, and then it will come up with a summary. Even if you read articles from a newspaper, on internet, on social media, if you're reading some report, instead of going through the entire document or entire news matter, there is a button there, create AI summary. So if you click that AI summary, you don't have to read 3, 4 pages. It will create a summary. So this is happening with the help of generative AI. Formulates hypothesis. As I said, you can have your null hypothesis, you can have the hypothesis after that using generative AI. So generative AI is being used in STEM, science, technology, engineering, mathematics, research, and academia. And if you are using Python, if you're using transformers, and those who work on it, it will be a real treat to watch. And those who are seeing it for the first time, I think you will take little amount of time, and then you will be comfortable with these tools in the coming hands-on sessions, tomorrow, day after tomorrow. We are constantly talking about generation of literature review, then generating hypothesis, creating our model and the programming of it. So we'll be talking about that. So this is the understanding large language model, as I said, introduced by John Goodfellow in 2014. GAN consists of two neural networks here. Generator creates synthetic data. Discriminator evaluates real versus the fake one. Both networks compete in a zero-sum game to improve quality. So if you understand this LLM using GAN, you see, you have, as I said, you would upload your pictures, your data, your videos on the internet. It is dangerous. If you see image generation, deepfakes, art avatars, data augmentation in training, machine learning models, video synthesis and style transfer. What's happening here is the generator and discriminator, how they work. Generator will generate from the data available, generator will generate a fake image. And this fake image will be sent to the discriminator, and discriminator will tell you how close you are to clone the system. Now, if the discriminator is not happy, it will ask the generator to generate more. You see these arrows at the top and arrow at the bottom. It is saying generator will keep on generating fake images, fake videos. Discriminator will keep on evaluating and telling you. Now comes the point. Hackers are voice cloning you. So your voice pattern is there. First time it will create the voice pattern. It will sell to the discriminator. Discriminator will say there is some, still the voice is not perfect. There is something lacking. And if you make a call to the family of that person who has been kidnapped and all, they would quickly understand this is not the voice of my son. So what's happening in the second iteration? What happens? Discriminator generator will generate something different and send it to discriminator. It will keep on sending. Generator will keep on generating, and discriminator will keep on evaluating. It evaluates real versus fake. And at time there will be a point where discriminator would say, the hacker would understand that he has been able to voice clone you or video clone you. And at that point of time, what they'll do, a call will be made to your family, your son has been kidnapped, and listen to his voice. You listen to the voice and you pay the money and such thing. So this is the use of large language models, the use of GAN, generator, discriminator. This is one of the models which is helping us. On a positive side, you are able to do so much for your entertainment industry. For example, if some actor dies, fine, and during a movie, the movie has already spent crores and crores, hundreds of crores, and the actor dies, what you can do it, You can use these LLM models and GAN models. What you will do, you would be able to generate the remaining part of the movie. Similarly, you have to make something on history. So you cannot go back to the history, but you can generate based on previous data, previous videos, and previous images. What you can do, you can create that history again. So that's what the historians are doing it. They are generating Mohenjo-daro kind of a simulation. They are generating Mohenjo-daro, then Harappa kind of it, and then coming up with the solutions. So generative AI, when they are making use of large language models and GANs, they are really very tempting also. But in wrong hands, they can be very dangerous also. So understanding the third part of it, we'll again move into the easier part and then come up with a question answer. Understanding diffusion models. Diffusion models are generative models that help to create data by reversing a noise process. During training, they would add noise to data step by step. Just as I said, you have the existing data already. Now, if you can add some noise to it, they add noise because they want the system to be able to identify things beyond it. So, as I said, I want to model a system where we should be able to cover up, let's say, hundreds of more data points. So, they add noise to the data step by step. During generation, they learn to denoise and recover the meaningful content inspired by thermodynamic diffusion processes. uh, Diffusion models are being used in image, video, and audio generation. So LLM is used for text, and then GANs are used for videos or voice patterns. And this diffusion used in image, video, audio generation. Example: Delhi, Stable Diffusion, Mid Journey. These are the names of the products that are coming up. So if you see the rise of generative AI and the milestones, 2014 GAN introduced by Jan Goodfellow. 2017 transformer architecture introduced. It is one of the Indian scientists, Vaswani. The architecture that we took care, the generator and the discriminator. Then BERT. BERT, we are all knowing about it. This is one of the AI uh, GPT kind of a tool. 2018, BERT was introduced. GPT-3 introduced by OpenAI in 2020. Then 2022, ChatGPT Copilot integrated into your mainstream tools. Daily, Stable Diffusion, Midjourney, Revolutionize, image generation. So you cannot make out from the images that are there on the internet, your images, and the hacksters, those who are creating those images, you cannot make the difference out of it. The video cloning, you are unable to find out the difference. Voice cloning, you are unable to find out the difference. And you see, you would say, this has happened to my son. There was a call made by the hackster, one of those troublemakers. A call was made to the parents saying the kid has been kidnapped from the school. But mother was quick enough. Mother was very sharp. Mother immediately made a call to the school because she knew the college security is 100% foolproof. So she made a call to the principal, and the principal could tell her that the son or the daughter was in the class. So then these parents, they acted with the hackster and they treated him like anything. So this is a kind of thing taking place. Your digital arrest, they are again the handiwork of this. So 2 days or 3 days of hands-on that you'll be learning, we'll be making you familiar with how you're talking about LLM, how they're created, how they are helpful, GAN, how they are helpful, using Python, how you can create them, then Chat GPT for Claude, Gemini, expand multimodal. That means you can have different modes of like text, video, then your different clips and all, they can be incorporated, multimodal and real-time AI usage. So now the things can be done in a real-time manner. In 2024, we are into this one. So this is the rise of generative AI key milestones. So coming to our generative AI in scientific research, literature review automation, as you'll be taught in the coming sessions, summarizes thousands of research papers in seconds. Now, this is a word. The tools we are using have already done part one of our session today. Semantic Scholar. Elicit is another very important tool. Summarizes thousands of research papers in seconds. Hypothesis generation suggests new research directions based on existing data patterns. Will help you. The hypothesis that take months and months to generate the hypothesis. But if you have the hypothesis generated based on the existing data patterns and existing directions, definitely you can refer to the document and make your hypothesis in a better way. So it's not about cut, copy, paste. It's about generating your hypothesis. It will help you to generate from the existing one. Then you can have it on your own data and generate your own hypothesis with the help of these tools. Synthetic data creation generates training data sets for rare conditions or experiments. This you're going to do in hands-on experience with us. Generates training data sets for rare conditions or experiments. Then molecular and drug discovery tools like AlphaFold and MolGPT predict protein structures and compounds. So as I said, they come with a name like AlphaFold is really helping us in protein structures and compounds. Drug discovery. India was the first one to do it, the vaccine discovery, then the drug discovery. You can have the cancer prediction, even like say 5 years in advance. Our research is such that now it can tell you 5 years in advance that someone can have cancer at a later stage. So research writing assistance, again, it is helping. Generative AI is helping in drafting, proofreading, paraphrasing scientific content. These are the help that we are getting. Now, mind you, it's not just cut, copy, paste. Where the students they commit the error is they will just copy everything and present it as an assignment. What they should be doing is they're reading, going through it, what they have generated, and then creating their own document out of it. And the teachers are smart enough to identify there are stars there, the commas at wrong places, and grammar and English is too good for a normal student, and you'll understand this has been generated by AI. And let me tell you, maximum number of SCI papers or scopers have been written during the last 4 or 5 years because we are making good use of tools. But publications and the book publishers, they have zero tolerance towards AI content. So once you are generating the idea for funding, generating idea for book, for research, go through that document and then try and develop your own thing. So once you do it on your own data and in your own words, you come up with even a better solution. So this can be used as one of the helps. It cannot completely replace the human as they are talking about it. So tool spotlight on ChatGPT, developed by OpenAI based on GPT, generative pre-trained transformer, generative pre-trained transformer. ChatGPT is capable of natural conversation and question and answer, writing, summarizing, paraphrasing for us. Coding help, as we will learn day after tomorrow, you will learn that there was coding help. ChatGPT is going to do it for Python, Java. How it's going to be done, we are going to be taking hands-on. So one good decision that you have made is enrolled for this workshop. This is really going to be very handy. Today we have been talking of theory and what are the tools. And the next 4 or 5 days, we'll be talking and working on these tools now. Brainstorming and creative writing offers custom GPTs and plugin support, professional versions, widely used in education, research, customer service, software development. ChatGPT we are talking about. So tool spotlight is now on Copilot, Gemini, and Claude. So GitHub Copilot by Microsoft Plus, OpenAI, AI coding assistant inside versus code, suggests codes, complete functions, detect bugs for us, supports multiple languages. This is handy because our students are working on Python, then on JSON, then Java, then on different languages and different libraries. Like they are working. There was Hugging Face part of it that is also being used. So GitHub Copilot is one of the tools, and Gemini by Google DeepMind, multimodal AI will understand in multiple modes like text, images, and audio, integrates into Google Workspace. So Docs, Sheets, and Gmails. We are all filling Google Forms now. We are all filling Google Sheets now. And why are they so popular? Because now we find that we have tools to generate those forms, and those forms can be generated within few minutes. So instead of writing the entire thing in code or we're writing it manually, making a form in Word. Now the best part about this is that it is happening in real time. So it goes to one user, the form goes to one user, and he'll fill the data. Then the form moves to the another data, someone else's login into the form, and he can enter his own data. Then the third user can enter the data. And mind you, they keep on getting stored. They are stored now. So one, two, three. Now there are three records and four records and five records. So that is why Gemini is a very important tool. Claude by Anthropic is another safety-focused LLM, large language model known for long context windows, over 100 tokens. It's for large text, basically, performs well on summarization and instruction following. So we'll be talking about it when hands-on. We'll be talking on working on GitHub. We'll be talking about Gemini. We'll be talking about Claude. These are the tools being touched upon. So if you compare these generative AI tools as given in our content, we are supposed to do. So comparing generative AI, the tool ChatGPT developed by OpenAI, strength, natural language coding, natural languages, whatever we are speaking, we can just write and the system will understand. Best for writing, question answers, research assistance, Copilot, Microsoft plus OpenAI, code suggestions, IDE support, developer and students are using it. Claude is being long context safety, research summarization. Gemini for doc sheets, educational tools developed by Google DeepMind. So these are the tools which are being compared here. And each of the tool is important because we are you'll see the last column. They are for different purposes. Like Gemini is very important with docs, Google Docs, Google Sheets, educational tools, and all. So in fact, we are all working on these tools now. We are constantly filling the data of our classes on these Googles itself. You have a conference in your college, and now you're taking the data from the users and from other stakeholders on those Google Sheets. So opportunities in STEM with generative AI, personalized learning, as I said, adaptive tutoring tools based on student needs and pace. So thing is personalized learning. Now they are adaptive tutoring tools based on student needs and pace. A student can be slow, a student can be fast. Same student can understand the same course in 3 months, and there might be another student who understands that in 6 months. So adaptive tutoring tools based on student needs and pace. These Coursera, Udacity, and your Swayam MOOCs, then your Byju's and Khan Academy, they are making use of generative AI to have adaptive tutoring tools. Then automated experimentation, as you see tomorrow, simulate scientific experiments and generate synthetic data. Research acceleration, as I said, faster hypothesis testing, faster paper generation, faster literature analysis, engineering design can be created, AI assisted CAD modeling, computer aided designing, structural optimization, prototyping, then mathematical visualization converts equations into interactive 2D, 3D visual forms. So Tableau and all that you're using, Power BI and all, they are helping you to have you the mathematical visualizations. Your MATLAB, if you happen to do it, attend it, MATLAB is going to give you the mathematical visualization. So all of these tasks that you are performing in days to come, tomorrow, day after, and day after, you will be talking about basically hands-on. So this is another topic that to take up. What are the myths and realities of this? And then we'll have, after 5 minutes, we'll have question answer session. So myths and realities of generative AI. The very big myth is generative AI is always correct. You cannot blindly follow it, because reality is it can generate convincing but incorrect or biased content at times. AI will replace all STEM jobs. This is one of the myths, that if AI is going to come up, it will take the STEM jobs. AI will augment, not fully replace most roles. It will help us to achieve our task, but the part is we should be able to learn. We should be working on these tools. It's not like the old age where you would say, I don't want to change myself. Now you have to change yourself. You will have to augment your knowledge with with AI, generative AI, so that the people coming generation is not replacing you. Anyone can instantly use it like an expert. This is one of the illusions, one of the myths. Anyone can use it like an expert. So just as we can use Google and we can find answer to any question, even we become a doctor at times, taking self-medication and all, anyone can instantly use it like an expert. No, the reality is there is a field here, prompt engineering. You're typing everything at the prompt, and domain knowledge are essential. You should be having a knowledge of prompt engineering and domain knowledge. Day three, I think they'll be talking about the prompt engineering. You'll be having the hands-on on this part. Generative AI is fully original. This is one of the myths. It generates content based on patterns in training data. So whatever data has been is there, it will work on that data. It's not fully original. It's based on what is there available. It will generate the patterns and the future patterns for you. It understands meaning like humans. It predicts text, doesn't understand in human terms. It can now. So just as a robot, you ask the robot, go and clean my room, the robot will clean it. So just as it is programmed, these systems, they can predict something, but they don't understand like a human. So humans will always be superior based on that. So coming to, I think must be the second last or last slide, then we'll come up face to face. Challenges and ethical concerns in generative AI. As I said, biasness and discrimination, misinformation and deepfakes. This is a very big tool. Hacksters are using it, as I said, deepfake, voice cloning, video cloning, misinformation being spread. Like there was one very important video that surfaced during Russia and Croatia Ukraine war, and that Ukraine has, let's say, surrendered. There was some misinformation being spread. So quickly, the president of Ukraine came up on the TV, and the leader of the country came up on the national TV and said, no, we haven't surrendered. So misinformation is fast to spread. Deepfakes, as I said, are calls being made to your family for ransom, digital arrest, and all. So these are the challenges. Then job displacement concerns will always be there. But as I said, as our Honorable Prime Minister says, everyone has to be skilled. So let us be skilled with the latest technologies, with the latest trends, so that no one is able to replace you. They should ICT or AI should augment your efforts. Copyright and ownership issues will really rise with generative AI, because you're taking the help of tools, AI tools, and different. So there can be copyright ownership issues. Be very wary about it. Please do not fall prey of doing it quickly. Just whenever you write a paper, SCI, Scopus, or UGC paper, or you're going for patents or copyrights, the time is right, exact for going for patents and copyrights. Just when you do something on your own, your students do some good project, let me tell you, just go for a patent registration of it, of that topic, or a design document patent for it. So that's really going to improve your worth also. Your college also will take you very seriously. Now this person is doing it, he's writing good research papers, you're getting CAS points. So we are all teachers from wonderful universities, and we know the value of writing good books, writing good research papers, going for good patents, copyrights and all. So copyright and ownership issues will always be there. Be very careful whenever you are applying something or uploading a paper. Just by mistake also, there can be times when we can have some cut, copy, paste content. Please remove it. Best part is go to your guide, go to your teacher, show them, or if you are a teacher and you go to your peer-to-peer teacher and have a discussion, you go to your head or dean and just discuss about your paper and show it. So once that paper goes through 2 3 hands, it will be very handy for you. Environmental impact, privacy risk, as I said, they're always there. So this is really, these are the issues which the government also is taking very seriously. They're working to improve this. So challenges and ethical concerns, AI may replicate or amplify societal biases in training data. Easy to generate false content, as I said, deepfakes and all. Copyright and ownership issues, unclear legal status of AI generated content. It should be 0% AI. And most of the people, they just presume that, just like that self material or plagiarism, uh, similarity one, it can be 10 to 15% text can be there. No, AI content has to be 0%. Potential to generate or leak sensitive or personal data. Environmental impact, training large models consume significant energy. Let me tell you, energy is a very vital resource. So training large models can always consume a significant energy. Job displacement concerns are always there. Replacing repetitive and creative roles without reskilling plans. So this was the last slide. Thank you very much. I'll come face to face, stop the sharing part. Just give me a minute to just go through the chat bot, the chat box, and see if any questions there. You can see one of the questions there. Just uh, just let me have water and I'll just come back. Jyotsna writes that she has been using ChatGPT and Gemini for making literature review. It's been very helpful. Yes, it is very helpful indeed. And there's this question, which tool Dr. Gaurav is asking. So you get this answer here from Jyotsna, ChatGPT, Gemini. They have been making wonderful use of review for making review literature review content. And just I scroll down. Hyperwrite is better than Quillbot for paraphrasing. Depends on what I'm using. Both tools are equally good, and some people find Quillbot as a better tool for paraphrasing. But I have been using Hyperwrite, so I was making mention of that. Depends on what you're using. Can we write, use ChatGPT for writing Python codes and drawing results? Definitely, Shweta. Our students are making perfect use of ChatGPT for writing Python codes. They're using it, then they're using Colab to. Is it good for data generation to prepare data sets? Harpreet, data sets always should come from trusted sources like Kaggle has a lot of data sets available on the applications, or you can go to different application, let's say hospital healthcare. You go to the hospitals, collect the data along with the Kaggle data sets. Also you have on diabetes, Alzheimer's, different diseases, on cancer diseases and all. They can be done in Rajendra Nath ji has a good question there. Again, I'll how AI is different from machine learning. Machine learning is a part of AI. AI basically has two types of algorithms that they will have. Two types of learning, I would say, machine learning and deep learning. So in machine learning, we are using statistical tools, regression, mean median mode, regression, naive Bayes, decision tree. And in deep learning, we are using neural nets and all. Today, session was on deep learning only. So Vaishnavi has a question how we can detect AI. AI, Turnitin is there, and then we have Drillbit is there, which can detect AI. But for me, I would say I have been using Turnitin with AI tool. So Turnitin is the best tool, and the universities and different government organizations, they are making, they find Turnitin as the most trusted part. Which AI is useful research papers in mathematics? Well, generative AI is helping you pick up any of the tools, Josna. And in tomorrow session, you will be talking about this paper. You will be talking about how hands-on you can create experiments in science, and then one day you would see experiments in mathematics. Arunji, I think it joined late. AI and generative AI. Generative AI is basically the content that you have, it will generate. It is basically the content creation. AI is making systems intelligent. As I said, 1990s, 2000 was a time when we were using AI algorithms. So if you are a Python learner or if you have used AI previously, let me tell you, AI is making machines intelligent. As I said, Turing machine. A Turing test was done by the scientist called Turing, and he made intelligent machine and then made the system human being to sit in one room and the machine in the other room, and then the questions were asked. And if the machine was able to perform better than the human being, then we said that machine is intelligent. Uh, um, Eric La Bhaskar has a question. What's the difference between AI and human intelligence? Well, you understand, humans can take your decisions instantly. Since childhood, they build their vocabulary, they build their knowledge. God has been creating that human intelligence, which is far, far superior. What happens in AI? You have a robot, let's say. You have a robot, and you can ask it to clean the room, it will do it. And suppose you keep some table or a stool in between, that robot might collide against that obstacle. So these AI algorithms, they are in times, they are working just on the pre-written code. So AI can never have their emotions. Human intelligence will always have emotions, Eric. So uh, Dr. Meenakshi, we can generate it using check the content. If I say turn it in, if you have this tool, turn it in. It can be expensive also, but what's happening in the market? They are taking about $50 to check both the similarity content as well as the AI check. And that is very handy because investing 50 rupees, it happens with me every now and then. I'm sending one of the person I know who has this tool. So every now and then I'm getting my document check for AI because this is the most dangerous part of it. Even if you don't get similarity content as zero, but there can be AI content in that. So please make sure that Shweta, I cannot share the details right now like this, but you can always search on the internet, on social media. There are always people who are available. Do you want Turnitin reports? Do you want drill bit reports? So the ads are all there. But even if you stuck somewhere, Shweta, you can ping me on this. I'll get it done for you and send you. I'm writing my mail ID here. So I think this is the end of the questions also. Mayor sir, are you there listening to me?
Yes, sir. Also, dear participant, if you have any more question, you can unmute your mic. You are
You can
allowed.
ask. Yeah, you
Uh,
can ask.
yes, sir. So that if you have any question, you can instantly ask your question, and sir will justify you. Yes, please. Anyone? You can unmute your mic and put your question, please. All the participants are permitted to unmute your mic to ask your question. You can do.
So I would suggest that people, you will have your friends who are very expert in AI. You have your ideas. You can always take the help from peer to peer. So don't hide any of your idea from your peer to peer. It's not like a race going on between us. Our partners, our collab can be the collaborators also. So our academic institution, our universities, or LinkedIn is perfect tool for you, is perfect place for you. Just search your people of your similar interest. And if he or she is working in some good field on a software or on a platform, just have the modesty of saying, sir, can I learn from you? Ma'am, can I learn from you? And there would be instant reply, yes, you can join us in our. So I have joined 3 or 4 research labs also. So I have gained that confidence from them. I've been on Doordarshan multiple times, on Akashvani. There I've been propagating this part. On deepfakes, I had a program. You can search it on YouTube. For 10 minutes, you will get this very important insights from that program, Dr. Ihtiram Raza Khan and Doordarshan. And you will find there are 2 programs on digital hygiene and this one deepfake. And there we have talked about this LLM model in detail. So let me promise you, Dr. Meher, Professor Meher always comes up with very good programs. And these programs, let's see, tomorrow, day after, there will be wonderful hands-on part so that by the 5th day, you will say, we have really benefited from this workshop. Because these workshops are quality workshops where we are assembling from all around the world and we are learning from each other. I'm learning so much from Mihir sir. Mihir sir is learning from me. I'm learning from you. All your questions make us updated. So every now and then we just incubate. So best part is try and collaborate with the world. Please don't stay secluded. Don't stay. Just don't have the impression I'm the best. We are all doing the best and we are all getting the best also. Our country is, mashallah, doing wonderfully well. We are at the radar of progress, and by 2047, it would be India would be the wish guru. Definitely, all our prayers are with the country and with our honorable Prime Minister, because the part here is we have to take the technology and use this effectively. So that's what the session all about. Thank you very much, sir. It has been privilege again a part on your program. And today was my neck visit also. So it was very hectic today. Couldn't attend that initial program inaugural. I'm really sorry for that.
No problem, sir. No problem.
Yeah.
So, participant, once again, I am asking if you have any question. Okay. So, parallelly, you can open your webcam so that we can have the screenshot and we can conclude the session also. So, as we come to the conclusion of the today's insight session, it is my privilege and honor to deliver the vote of thanks to on the behalf of the organizing committee of the 1 week international workshop on the impact of generative AI in STEM, redefining research and professional practices. First and foremost, I extend our heartfelt gratitude to our distinguished speaker, Dr. Ihtiram Raza Khan from the Department of Computer Science and Engineering, SEST, Jamia Hamdard University, New Delhi, India, for delivering such a thoughtful, provoking, and enriching talk on introduction to generative AI and its relevance in STEM. Your deep insight, clarity of thought, and engaging delivery have truly helped us lay a strong foundation for the rest of the workshop. The examples and the perspective you shared have illuminated the critical role of generative AI in the transforming education, research, and innovation across the STEM field. We sincerely thank you for your time, effort, and invaluable contribution to this academic endeavor. I would like to thank to all the participants for your participation and engagement, enthusiastic presence. Your curiosity and attention make session like these truly meaningful. So once again, thank you to all, and thank you, dear professor, for your valuable
Thank you, sir.
time. Now I would like to ask to all the participants to please open your webcam so that we can have a group screenshot. Yeah, very nice audience. And also tomorrow we will resume the meeting at the same time. Okay. Uh, the meeting will start sharply at 7 p.m. But the link will open at least 10 minutes before. Okay. So without any delay in our sessions, upcoming sessions, please join timely so that we can start our sessions as we fix the schedule. Okay. Sir, sorry, certificate of participation will be provided to you after the.
No problem, sir. Very
Okay.
nice, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
Good
you to
night, sir.
all. Thank you. And dear participant, one more thing, the link for the feedback form will be available in the chat. Just 1 minute. It is also mandatory to all the participants to submit your feedback form. Okay. Please give me 1 minute. Yes, I share the link in the chat box, and please submit it. Okay. So once again, thank you to all to be part of this first day session, and tomorrow the second session will be started at the same time. Okay. So stay connected, and please always feel free to ask any question, any support from our side. Sometimes if you have any problem or the any issue and you have missed the session, don't worry, the recordings of each session will be available. And also we try to upload all the content on the live stream on the YouTube. The link will be also available there forever. So whenever you need any help, you can easily contact this foundation. You can contact speakers. So all the details about the speakers will be also provided to all of you, so that whenever you need any help, you can reach out to the speakers, to the foundation. Okay, so please always feel free to discuss more and more as much possible. Thank you. So the feedback link you can find in the chat box. Yes, anyone? Vandana Verma, you want to ask something?
No, sir.
Okay. So now it is time to close the session. Okay. Thank you and good night. Some of the participants are attending this session through the live streaming. I request to all those people, you can get the feedback link in the chat box from the YouTube. You can access it. Thank you.